SmackDown took place tonight in Austin, Texas. To start the show off, we saw Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair arriving at the arena. Then we see the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, who are the Women's Tag Team Champions, arriving. And then we see both of the competitors in the last time is now tournament finals, LA Knight and Gunter arriving. And speaking of people arriving, we actually see Drew McIntyre pulling up to the arena in his vehicle. But then he's met by Nick Aldis, who was surrounded by security to prevent Drew from entering the arena, as he's been suspended for his attack on Cody a couple weeks ago now, when he bloodied him up in Cody's personal tour bus. Drew is forced to leave, but then Cody Rhodes, he sneaks into the passenger seat, attacks Drew in the vehicle before they're separated. Drew then drives away, and Cody storms to the ring. He walks with a purpose. We see him going through Gorilla, then heading to the ring. Once he gets on the mic, he demands that Nick Aldis reinstate Drew McIntyre so they can wrestle again. And it's the same promo. It's like Cody's he's like being a stupid baby face. I mean, the heels get him to they bait him into everything. It's so weird. That's how he is as a baby face. He's like the dumbest face. I don't know. But it's the same promo he's cut a million times. I'll say this. I'm glad they're doing this match again, because I really do believe this time, and maybe I'm a fool, but I do believe that Drew McIntyre is going to win the WWE Championship from Cody Rhodes this time. I don't think they'd be doing this match if that wasn't the case. I think they'll probably wrestle maybe on the first SmackDown of the new year, and Drew wins. I think Drew's going to win. And maybe it's at the Royal Rumble. I don't know. I think that's too far out now. It's like almost 2 months, really, because it's the last day of January, and we're at the beginning of September still. So it's 8 weeks. I don't think they're going to hold this match off for 8 weeks. But I do believe Drew is going to beat Cody this time. He has to. So backstage, DIY, Gianni Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, and Candice LeRae are talking, and they're still holding Axiom's mask. And Ciampa mentions the U.S. title, and then we see Carmelo Hayes walking by, and he says he's next for the title shot. Ilya Dragunov is out next for his U.S. Open Challenge. We got a WrestleMania 42 promo with the woman. This time the focus was on Liv Morgan, and she was actually present when they first filmed the initial trailer with the woman at the restaurant, in contrast to the men at the casino table, or at the poker table. We see woman at a restaurant, probably at a casino, of course. But we see them, and it's the same woman who were featured the first time: Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Jade Cargill. I hope I'm not forgetting someone, but Tiffany Stratton as well. And actually, Liv Morgan was present with them, so she was featured, and she looked great, by the way. She was helping herself with some green olives. She took a bite of it for her promo, and she was added to it. Glad Liv was there as well. And I'll say this: WrestleMania 42 is already doing better than WrestleMania 41. We got those fucking Fiend promos for a whole year. Fiend for a whole year with the Vegas skyline. So unoriginal. This time we get, they're going into Vegas, into the Strip. We're going into casinos this time. Poker tables. We're going into restaurants. It looks more formal in a way. It looks a lot better. I like these promos so much better. So WrestleMania 42 is already doing a better job. WWE's doing a better job for WrestleMania 42 than they did for WrestleMania 41 already. And also, I heard that Bianca Belair might have done some promos for the show as well. Hopefully, I don't know if she's going to be there, because I think she said that she has to have hand surgery now on her injured fingers. I'm thinking something must have really gone wrong here. But if she's going to have surgery, I don't think she's going to make it for the show. So maybe Bianca decides to stay in Las Vegas for an entire year, just camp out there, and get ready for WrestleMania next year. I don't know. So we get a Damian Priest video promo with Rhea Ripley. She was present with him, and she's revealed, and it's going to be a mixed tag team match next week against Aleister Black and Zelina Vega. So the Terror Twins reunite. It's nice to see Rhea Ripley back on SmackDown. Mommy returns home to SmackDown. That's where she really broke out and became a big star first. That's when she beat Charlotte, and she made her name more so on Raw. But, she was on SmackDown as well as during that time, stuff with Dom and Ray. But a couple years ago, did that Thanksgiving attack. So, actually, I'm so sorry. I think that was 3 years ago they did the Thanksgiving attack when Dom attacked Ray in his home. So, Rhea, I'm happy to see her back on SmackDown. I'm sure Zelina Vega has... I don't think she's going to beat Rhea, to say the least. So we go to United States Championship match. Ilya Dragunov defending his title against Carmelo Hayes. As you'd expect with these two of the best workers in the company, they had a very good match. A lot of action, so much so that it's hard to recap it all because they did a lot here, a lot of dives, a lot of, it's a fast-paced match. It wasn't as good as their NXT matches. I think Ilya was the one who beat Carmelo Hayes for the NXT Championship. Not as good as those matches, but this was still good. So Melo was on the top rope. Ciampa knocks him off. He snuck back in, and then it allowed Dragunov to hit the Torpedo Moscow, followed by the H-Bomb for the win. And Ciampa hides behind the barricade so no one sees him. The thing is, when Dragunov's walking back up the ramp, he sees the screen, and it shows the replay, and he is just furious that Ciampa interfered, and he's so mad. I think he oversold it a bit, but he was trying. Backstage, Kathy Kelly is interviewing Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss on their win at Survivor Series. And they mentioned Kathy asked Charlotte about agreeing to team up with Rhea Ripley at Survivor Series. And Alexa and Charlotte had very good rapport here. They're going back and forth. Alexa is just such a likable character. She's so likable. I just find she has this natural charm, this charisma. And I actually liked her interactions with Kathy because she did that heart pose that Alexa and Charlotte do together, that kind of hand heart pose. So she actually did it with Kathy, and Charlotte got upset about it. I just think they're entertaining, and Alexa I just think is such a nice character. Someone so easy to root for. And then we get another video package on the Last Time Is Now tournament and the finals to hype it up with Gunther and LA Knight. We get more of Kathy Kelly, lucky us, as she's interviewing LA Knight ahead of his match against Gunther. He does the Matthew McConaughey voice in Texas. Matthew McConaughey, I believe he was at the last show WWE did in Austin, Texas earlier this year. He certainly wasn't here tonight. LA Knight did the all right thing in Texas, which got a pop. Kairi Sane was out next, accompanied by Asuka. Then we get a Last Time Is Now highlight video featuring John Cena winning the WWE Championship from AJ Styles at the Royal Rumble in 2017, which was a fantastic match. They had a hell of a match up there. I thought that was even better than their SummerSlam match they had a few months before, which was also great. So Alexa Bliss was out next, and she actually brought out the Lily doll with her. She had Charlotte carry it. Alexa got a decent pop, and then she took on Kairi Sane, Alexa Bliss against Kairi Sane, and it was kind of appropriate because they're both kind of the same height. I think Kairi's a little bit taller, and Kairi is trying to tell everyone that she's taller than Alexa, and that was a nice comedy spot. Kairi got the heat on Alexa after Asuka interfered. Kairi hit a really nice downward double stomp on Alexa while she was hanging on the turnbuckle. Looked really good as Alexa sold it like she got broken in half. Charlotte actually stopped Asuka from interfering in a match. Kairi goes for the insane elbow drop after she hit a spinning back fist. She's going for the elbow to finish off Alexa, but right as she jumps, Alexa catches her and counters, and she hits the Sister Abigail DDT on Kairi Sane for the win. And I thought this was actually a pretty good matchup here. I like them. I think they have really good chemistry just because of their height, the size. They're basically the same height. Kairi might be a little bit taller, and they have the same body type. I think they worked well together, and I enjoyed this match. After the matchup, that was the bigger story, as Lash Legend and Nia Jax immediately attack Alexa and Charlotte as they were celebrating, beat them down. Then they attack the champions, and they're beating them down as well. I think they were going to Nia was going to hit the Annihilator on Kairi Sane, but Asuka pulled her out, and they retreat. And clearly, Nia and Lash look like they're going to be next in line. They're probably going to get the title shot soon, because especially what was announced next for next week, Lash Legend and Alexa Bliss. And I like Alexa, but there's no way she's winning that match next week against Lash. So I assume probably they're next. Nick Aldis was talking to a female referee backstage, Then Cody Rhodes walks up to him, and I thought they were going to talk about Drew. Instead, they go into a lounge where we see Ricky Saints and Oba Femi standing, and Cody shakes both their hands, and they never acknowledge his friendship with Ricky Saints, even though all the hardcore fans know about it. And Cody tells them he's going to face the winner of their match tomorrow night at NXT Deadline, and the winner will face Cody Rhodes in the showcase match at Saturday night's main event, John Cena's last match. So I think we're getting Cody Rhodes and Ricky Saints. That's going to be a big match. Jade Cargill was out next, and then Nia Jax and Lash Legend are walking backstage. Kathy Kelly runs up to interview them on why they attacked the champions. I thought Lash Legend was actually pretty good here in this promo. I think she has potential. I'm starting to like Lash on the main roster. I like her better on the main roster than I did in NXT, and that's usually the opposite. Especially with someone who was involved in this next match, which we'll get to. Anyway, you have Jade Cargill and Alba Fire. I'm not talking about either of those two, but the match is quick. Alba gets an upper hand. I don't know why. But then Kiana James comes out. She confronts Chelsea Green. And then the person I was referring to, Julia, comes out and she just starts beating down Chelsea Green on the outside. So she'll get her rematch soon. And she's beating her up. And this distracts Alba. And Jade just finishes Alba with a jaded. I didn't like this at all. I thought Jade should just run through her, killed her. I don't know why they had to do this. It would have been better if Jade just squashes her, leaves, and then Julia attacks Chelsea afterwards. I think that would have been better, but not much here. So Axiom is talking to Nick Aldis backstage. Fraxium, Nathan Frazier and Axiom. And they want to face DIY, and then Ilya walks in. He is so furious after what Ciampa did. He interfered and he allowed Ilya to win. And Ilya is so offended that Ciampa interfered in this match. And he wants to face Ciampa next week for the belt. And Aldis agrees. And then Tama Tonga and the MFT confront him before heading to the ring. We get a Rhea Ripley WrestleMania 42 promo, which I liked. Rhea's always great. Backstage, Jade Cargill bumps into B-Fab, and then Mishin confronts her. She holds up the kendo stick to Jade. I think B-Fab's going to turn on Mishin. I think she's going to align herself with Jade, and she'll be her sidekick. I think that's where we're heading here. The MFT ratings killers, that's what they are. My family tree, I call them my ratings killers. The ratings killers. They're out next, and Solo, I don't give a fuck, man. I don't care about this guy at all. I don't want to see him. He is go away. He with me. I don't want to see him on my television screen. It's not just because I hate his brother. Not talking about Jimmy. You know which one I hate. I don't want to see Solo anymore. He has go away heat with me. And I don't feel that way about the other members of the MFT. I like Tama Tonga. I like JC Mateo. But I mean him. So I do not want to see him on my television screen anymore. How the fuck did John Cena put this guy over 2 years ago? What a waste. John Cena put this fucking bum over 2 years ago. They're trying to build up Solo Sikoa like he's Samoa Joe or something. That's what I've always thought. This guy sucks. Anyway, Solo indirectly mentions Bray Wyatt. The fans are doing the Fireflies. This sucks. Solo has no charisma at all. The lights go out. The Wyatt Six appear. It's an all-out brawl, and then we got a stare down between Eric Rowan and Tama Tonga, all-out fight. I didn't give a shit about the segment at all. Miz complains in Nick Aldis' office. He wants it to be on the Saturday night's main event, Cena's last show. Then Bayley walks in, and Nick Aldis tells Bayley that she's booked on Saturday night's main event against Sol Ruca. I think they'll be impressed if they've never seen Sol Ruca on their television screen before. Who's that beautiful woman? Anyway, her and Bayley have a stare down, and they're going to face. And I'm glad they didn't go with JC Jane. I think that tells us that Sol Ruca's probably winning tomorrow. And I think I predicted her to win, if I'm not mistaken. So that's good. I think she'll win. I think she'll beat JC Jane at New Year's Eve. And that tells you that they don't think much of JC Jane on the main roster. Thank you. That's something I like Triple H. I think Triple H has that over Shawn Michaels, because if Shawn Michaels was in charge, I think he would have booked JC Jane in this fucking match. We'd probably get Jade Cargill against JC Jane if Shawn Michaels was in charge, seriously. But I like that segment in the lounge. I like the stare down between Bayley and Sol. Kathy Kelly interviews Gunther before his match in the main event against LA Knight. We get an Aleister Black and Zelina video promo on the mixed tag team match that they'll have next week against Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. They preview next week's show. And then we get a clip of the John Cena interview. He talks about the fraternity of professional wrestling. We've seen a lot of it. The full interview is going to be released, I believe, immediately after Raw on Monday, which will be the sorry about that. Actually, it will be the week of his final match, which is now in 8 days. Hard to believe we're almost here. So we get the main event, Gunther and LA Knight. They had ring introductions to give us a big fight feel. They definitely created that atmosphere. John Cena did not want his John Cena's father did not want his son to face Gunther in his last match. And unfortunately, that will happen now. So I'm sure he's not happy with this. They had some dueling chops, so that was good. Fans were really into LA Knight in this matchup. Knight hit the BFT, but Gunther got his foot on the rope. Gunther locked in the sleeper. LA Knight tried to fight out of it, but Gunther rained down a whole bunch of elbows, and he put LA Knight in what looked like initially to be a reverse crossface, but was actually a variance of the STF, and he got LA Knight to tap out. So they really put over Gunther big here, submitting LA Knight ahead of his match with John Cena, which we all knew Gunther would win this tournament. I think was pretty obvious. But he is the opponent. It's official now. Saturday night's main events. In 8 days, it's going to be John Cena in his final match. He will face the Ring General, Gunther. It's going to be a match. I don't know who's going to win. If I'm going to make a prediction right now, maybe it's just because I wanted to see him win. I think John Cena will win. That's my early prediction, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm definitely looking forward to that, and we'll see what happens as we are now 1 week away by the time most of you see this until John Cena's last match.